Canelo Álvarez defeated Billy Joe Saunders by TKO over the weekend and continues to look like a fighter without a peer. I'm Robin Lundberg here with senior writer Chris Mannix, who was a part of that broadcast. And Chris, not only did Álvarez break Billy Joe Saunders' face, but it does seem like he's someone right now who doesn't really have a challenger that's on his level.
No, I don't think in the 160 to 175 pound weight classes that Canelo Álvarez has someone that you would consider a peer. I mean, right now, he is on a path to become the undisputed 168-pound champion. If he's going to get there, it means he'll have to go through Caleb Plant. Canelo will be an enormous favorite in a fight against Caleb Plant. Robin, we are watching a fighter right now who is peaking, who is virtually invincible at this stage of his career. And there's really only a handful of fighters in this generation that you can say can really understand that. You got Roy Jones in the 1990s, Oscar De La Hoya for a period, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. Canelo Álvarez is on that level where whoever you throw up against him in and around his weight class, he is going to be a massive favorite to defeat.
I talked to Canelo last week, and he's usually low-key in his responses. Obviously not an American-born fighter. Meanwhile, you've got these sideshows with Floyd Mayweather and the Paul brothers. But, despite the fact that he may not be that promoter the way some of these other guys are, is Canelo now clearly the face of boxing?
I believe he is, and his only peer is perhaps Anthony Joshua, who is a massive superstar over in the UK and a heavyweight. And in boxing, we love heavyweights. But Canelo Álvarez, especially in North America, is the biggest star, is the face of boxing. You're right, he's not a self-promoter. But neither really was Manny Pacquiao. And for a period of years, Manny Pacquiao was the face of boxing. Canelo draws his fans in and draws interest by being an incredibly entertaining fighter in the ring. I mean, Canelo is not one to make knockout predictions. But he said to anyone that will listen, I'm sure including you and me as well, that when you get to the 7th, 8th, and 9th rounds of that fight against Billy Joe Saunders, he was going to knock him out. And that's what happened. At the end of the 8th round, Billy Joe Saunders could not come out because Canelo literally broke his face. I mean, that is the kind of machismo that is the stuff of legend. So Canelo Álvarez is right now the face of boxing, and at this point, an unbeatable fighter.
And how many people were in the building to see that fight?
More than 73,000 people. And I can tell you from sitting there ringside, you could feel every single one of them. Billy Joe Saunders is a popular fighter in his own right, but if there were what the fan division would be, it's probably 72,000 plus for Canelo and a few hundred for Billy Joe Saunders.
So it's hard to say that he's not a draw. Chris, appreciate your time as always.
You got it.